Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is Coffee with Jenny and Dre. I am Dre. That is my beautiful co-host, Jenny. What's going on, babe?
What up?
All righty, man. So this week we don't have a coffee of the week because we're doing our own thing now. We are brewing our own beans and trying to get our own thing going. So we've been testing out a few beans. We've been doing a few test runs, trying to figure out the right taste, the right beans, that real good flavor that we think that all y'all will enjoy. So look in the future for us to be having our own beans as well as merch
no more
and
free
cups.
plugs.
No more free plugs, man. We're tired of giving everybody these old free plugs. So we're going to start doing our own thing, man, with our own coffee.
We'd prefer it to be what? Chocolatey,
Yeah,
smooth, low acidity, not bitter.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Oh yeah, we're working. We
Yeah.
this we
we're
working.
working on it right now. That's what we're doing.
And so yeah, man, definitely look for the future for us to be having our own beans, our merch, clothes, sweaters, t-shirts, coffee mugs. We coming.
Yeah.
So that's the coffee of the week. We're getting our stuff going on.
Called Jenny and Dre's Beans.
It's called Jenny and Dre's Beans for sure. So listen, y'all, man. We enjoyed our podcast last week. Hopefully y'all catch that on Thursday, man. We had real fun with it, man. Doing a few phone calls to our friends and seeing who would pick up, man. It was pretty dope. I enjoyed it. This week we're playing a game for our first segment. We're going to play a game. It's called How Well Do You Know Your Spouse? So in this game, she picked 7 pictures. I picked 8 pictures. I think I did 8. And what we're going to do is we're going to hold up the picture and our spouse has to pick which one the opposite one would pick. So I'm going to hold up 2 pictures and I'm going to say, which one
Would you pick?
would you pick? And she would have to pick mine and I'll have to pick hers. We'll keep score and we'll see how well we know our spouse.
And I tried to trick you on some of these.
I didn't do no tricking. I think mine are pretty.
It's not a trick. It's really how well do you know me?
Mine is pretty basic, so I didn't do all that trick and shit. So here we go with segment 1. How well do you know your spouse?
You going first? Oh, I'm going first?
We want to go 1 and 1, or we want to do 1 all at one time?
We can do 1 and 1.
Okay, you can go first.
Okay.
Let's get it.
The best part of this is he had me print out pictures.
Yep.
Which was don't try to cheat.
I'm not. I didn't write on mine. You
I didn't write on mine.
Yours. Okay.
Which was an ordeal because we're laying in bed. He's like, "Hey, if I give you homework for the podcast, will you be able to do it?" And I'm like, "Of course I can do it." And he's like, "Okay, you're gonna have to get pictures and print them out."
Yeah.
And I'm thinking in my head, and I get quiet, and I'm like, "Print them out. How do I go about printing them out, though?"
Yep.
Because you told me I can't not to use the house printer for some reason, which is fully capable.
It doesn't print out good pictures. That's why.
Okay. So then he's like, "Yeah, babe, you go to Office Depot. Go to Office Depot." And so I'm in my brain, I haven't done this because anytime I need to print something, I just print at the house. How do you go about getting the pictures to Office Depot in order to get your pictures?
I walked you through it.
Printed out.
Yeah.
If anyone needs to know, you email them.
I told you that though.
And it's interesting. Yeah. Anyways,
Let's
I'm not
roll.
the one for that. Okay, so
We're keeping score, too.
I'm going to start with 2 things that I really love. But which one would I pick?
Okay.
What is that?
Tiramisu.
Tiramisu, my favorite dessert, or
A burger.
a burger, which both I really love. But if I had to pick one,
You're gonna go with the burger.
yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going with the burger. So I really love both of those. If I could have them both, I would. But if I could only have one,
I'm nice with this
But look
shit,
at that
boys and
burger,
girls.
though.
The burger does look
it
good.
looks smashing.
All right.
Okay.
Mine now. This is, if I had to pick out of these 2 places to travel,
Okay.
which place would I pick? The first picture is Greece. Greece is the first picture. The second picture is the mountains in Wyoming. Jackson Hole. Which one would I pick?
Oh,
Which one would I
it
rather
better
go?
be Greece.
You said what?
What do you mean? Is this serious? We're gonna pick between Jackson Hole and Grease?
Well, it's not you picking, it's where I will go.
Okay. I feel like you're tricking me. You're gonna pick Jackson Hole?
I am.
Oh my gosh. No
I'm
way.
gonna pick Jackson Hole.
Absolutely not.
For facts, I am.
That's bad.
Well, you got it right. That's
Okay.
a good one. All right.
Okay. Another tricky one.
Okay.
Okay, am I gonna pick this iced coffee?
Mm-hmm.
Or am I gonna pick this iced coffee? And what's the difference? Because why am I picking one over the other?
Well, the one on the right over here has a little bit too much motherfucking milk in it. So you're going to pick the one on the left.
Ding, 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 ding. I hate it when they're too much milk.
I'm pretty good
Okay,
at this
you
shit.
do know me.
I do. Damn, this next one is easy. I'm going to skip that one. You're going to get that one.
Can't skip them.
Yeah, well, I'm going to come back to it. All right, folks.
You're trying to mess me up?
If I was to pick one of these houses, because, it's two different styles. I love them both. But if I was to pick, which one would it be? Would it be the barn dominium or would it be the farmhouse?
Those are the same thing.
They're totally different. It's a barn dominium and it's a
Do
farmhouse.
the horses count?
No, the horses don't count.
You're going to pick the black barndominium.
No, I'm going to pick the farmhouse. Golly.
No, you would not.
I swear.
It's just because there's horses in the picture.
No, it's not even, the horses has nothing to do with it. I'm going to pick the farmhouse.
Whatever.
All right. 2-1.
Well,
2-1.
that's not fair. Those were
2-1.
You did that because you want to win. He's
No,
cheating.
I'm not. 2-1.
Okay, whatever. Here's my houses. Would I pick this farmhouse? Cows included. This picture didn't turn out too well. Or the sleek modern house.
Come on, Jenny. What are we doing? Why would you even make that? Like, you going with the farmhouse. Like, what the? Like, dude, that wasn't even like, you going to pick the farmhouse, man. That's not even.
Okay, farmhouse, but mostly for the cows. Why am I crying?
Man, it's 3-1. Of course I'm picking
How
the
come
farmhouse.
every time I laugh, I cry?
Golly.
But look, they even have their own like little pond
Girl,
or
put a damn
something.
sleek house. You'll never live in a modern sleek house. That's crazy that you'll put that easy one.
It's just, this is how well do you know me? Obviously,
Okay.
someone out there doesn't know that about me.
All righty.
Oh God, an outfit.
If I was to pick an outfit to wear,
Okay.
and both of these outfits are in my realm of things, would I pick the one that Kevin Hart has on, or would I pick the one Morgan
Okay,
has
that's
on?
not fair. You would wear both of those outfits.
Which one would I pick though? The boots, the cowboy boots with the jeans and the t-shirt with the trucker hat, or would I go with the pants and a nice shirt with the chain with the shoes?
You literally wear both of those like every other day.
Which one would I go with?
That's not fair.
That's
not fair.
What would be my
With
go-to?
what you have on today, then, and then if I'm wrong,
Which one would I
you
go
look
with?
crazy.
Which one?
That one.
Correct.
Yeah.
This is the one I'll go
But
with.
tomorrow he'll look like Kevin Hart, so we'll see.
That's the one I'll go with. All right. then.
Okay. We're still tied because you
No, it's
cheated
not. It's
on the other
3-2.
one.
Go ahead.
Let me see. What else do I have here? Okay.
Mine are pretty easy.
What is my favorite holiday? Christmas or Valentine's?
Christmas.
Whose idea was this
Jeez.
game?
Why we even like Christmas, Valentine? Like, do we?
Well, look, the candy looked fun.
Okay. Good job, babe. You're really making this difficult.
Maybe you
Jeez.
just
Okay.
know me so well.
If I was to pick out of these two players,
Kobe Bryant.
who am I gonna go with?
Kobe Bryant. You have a freaking picture of him the size of this.
All
No,
right.
bigger than that in our room.
Out of these two, I'm going with Kobe Bryant, folks. And they're both, my guys, but I'm going with Kobe.
Of course you are.
All right.
My turn.
Yep.
Last, but
That's
not.
the last one you got?
Yes, 7 pictures. I told you 7 photos.
Baby.
That's okay. We can keep going with you.
Yeah, but hold on quick. You did 7 if you did 7 photos, that means it's supposed to be 14.
Yeah, there's 14. You want me to count it out?
I guarantee you that's not 7. We've only done this.
How many?
She can't count, B. I'm telling you.
1, 2.
No, that's just one.
3, 4.
No, that's just one. 2 pictures is one.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm missing a few.
Yeah, god damn. I'm like, I got like 7. Yeah. So what's your last one? God damn. That's why we can't do nothing, man. You give her a homework assignment, she's all
I
the way off.
have 2 bags here.
Okay.
Which one am I picking?
Okay.
The Louis Vuitton. Here's my little mini picture. Or the Lululemon strap across your body bag.
Wait, is this like an everyday wear? Like, what are you talking about? Like,
Just
which one you
if
pick?
I had to
Are you
pick
going to pick the
between-
Louis Vuitton one because I've gotten you that purse?
Wrong. If I had to pick between these 2 purses right now, I'm carrying this little guy all day.
Okay. I got one wrong.
Haha.
Still 4-3.
You did buy me that. This got stolen from my
Yeah.
house.
Jenny, I
But
can't
you also
believe.
bought me this one.
I know, but I really can't believe that you really didn't follow the
I
instructions of
can
the
draw.
assignment.
I did.
No.
I can draw some.
All right,
for you.
folks. Jenny is done with her pictures. I still have a bunch left,
lot left.
because she didn't follow instructions. And so we're going to go with my next one. If I was to pick my favorite rapper, is it Jay-Z or Andre 3000?
Andre 3000.
Good.
I'm glad. Yeah.
All right. That's
just-
a good one. If I was to pick my favorite country artist right now, is it Luke or is it Morgan? Because I love them
Luke.
both.
Luke. Wait, Luke Combs.
Okay. Good. You're on a roll now. If I was to pick out of these 2, who am I going with? Prince or Michael Jackson?
Prince.
Prince? Of course.
I
You see-
know
but-
my
but-
husband.
But do you see how many pictures that like that's 7 right there?
Oh, is that?
Yeah, I got a last one. If I was
I
to
swear I
pick
counted 7.
my job that I would work out of these 2, which one would it be?
Is that a Navy
Navy
SEAL?
SEAL or a fighter?
Or a what?
A firefighter.
A fighter.
Which one would I choose?
A fighter.
Never. I would never
A
be
Navy SEAL
I
over a
always
firefighter.
wanted to be a Navy SEAL. I always
you
wanted
have
to be-
never in your life said
I
you wanted
swear
to be a
to you, I
Navy
told you,
SEAL.
I've always wanted to be a Navy SEAL.
No,
I've
you
always-
wanted to be a firefighter.
Never. I always wanted to be a Navy SEAL.
You're not being honest
I
with
swear,
yourself.
all my kids, I always wanted to be a Navy SEAL.
Okay, well, in our marriage, you've never said that. You have said
I've
that
always said a Navy SEAL. I only want to be a Navy
It
SEAL.
doesn't matter how many times you say it out loud.
You're
You've
wrong.
never said that.
You're wrong. Navy SEal.
That's
All right.
that's how he cheats.
No, I swear to
You
you.
throw stuff out that
No,
you've never said
Navy
before.
SEAL. Okay. Now, for the last thing that we're going to do, I want you to write. I know you don't have a marker, so I'm going to throw it to you after I write mine down.
You can just pass it. You know,
I'm
throw
going
it.
to throw it to you. If you had to pick the greatest song of all time, what would you pick? Your song, I pick a song, you pick a song.
Okay,
It's
that's,
not-
I
but
don't
no,
even
no,
know
no,
the
no.
names of songs, so you
It's-
don't know me that well.
No. We're not picking like, oh, I'm going to pick it for you. I just want to know what you think your favorite song of all time is.
Gosh.
All right?
Oh, like you're picking my favorite song?
No.
I don't think I have a favorite song.
You don't think you have a favorite song? You have a favorite song of all time. Cut it out. I know you do. So I just want to make sure that you pick your favorite song of all time that you think is your favorite song of all time. All right? You got it?
No, I don't have a pen.
I'm going to give you one. Oh, all right. Can you reach that? All right. Go.
I don't have a favorite song of all time, so this isn't really.
Think about it. Look in your phone. If you have to find it, find it. Your favorite song of all time. If you have to pick one song that you can listen to.
Can you pick a genre then? Like, tell me which, because my brain is
I
is
just
all
picked
over
my
the
favorite
place.
song of all time.
You have a favorite song
Of all time.
All times.
Yes. Like if you was like, man, I can listen to this song.
Okay.
Okay. Go ahead.
Ooh. Okay. Do I have to say who sings it? I know who sings it. Hold on.
Goodness gracious, man.
I got a favorite song.
Hey, while she's trying to figure out this song, this podcast is brought to you by Open Door Parking, the premier parking valet company in Austin, Texas, man. They do restaurants, hotels. They do all private events. They do hotels. They get it in, man. It's the best valet company in town. It is called Open Door Parking, and it is brought to you by Open Door Parking. Do 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 do.
You got it. Boop boop.
You ready?
Yep.
Okay, if you had to pick one song that you can listen to for the rest of your life, what would that
Okay,
song
do I
be?
have to listen to it on repeat?
Not on repeat, just your favorite song of
God.
all time. This is of all time. Who you
Okay.
going with?
Whitney Houston. I want to dance with somebody.
Ah, that's a good one.
I know it's a good
That's
one. It's
good.
a great one. What you talking about?
Mine would be Purple Rain by Prince.
Oh, okay.
That'll be mine.
Okay.
All right, we got two good ones. I like it. I can dig it.
The girls even love this song. Corey plays it
All the time.
too.
All righty. That is our segment for How Well Do You Know Your Spouse?
Apparently, did I win?
No, I won.
That's because you threw in a Navy SEAL
well,
comment.
also I followed
Otherwise, we tied.
Also, I followed the instructions and I
You don't
did
get points for
all
following
the pictures that you're supposed to do. You didn't follow any of the
You
instructions.
don't get points for following instructions.
You do. So, hey, now we're going to jump into, this is pretty much our last segment. This is a short pod. This is pretty much our last segment.
Okay.
It's we have some questions from viewers. You're
Okay.
gonna this viewer reached out to us on TikTok.
Okay.
So you're gonna read that
And-
first one.
She wants to stay anonymous.
She wants to stay anonymous.
So
Yeah.
we will not be saying names.
Go.
Okay, so what she says is, my husband of 17 years wants to start traveling by himself. Dum, dum, dum. He works from home.
Was that your dramatic beat?
Yeah.
Doom. Okay, cool.
He works from home and he says it's getting overwhelming.
Mm-hmm.
It's making him depressed, so he wants to catch flights whenever he pleases. We have two boys, 16 and 6, and I've discussed it. And I've been successful in my own business.
Mm-hmm.
I can't help but to feel like my success has made him feel less of a man. Now we argue constantly because I feel it is unfair that I'll be left to handle everything while he's off traveling. Am I wrong, or should I let him go?
Well, I'm gonna address the last part. Should I let him go? Y'all been married for 17 years. This right here shouldn't be like a let go.
No, she's saying
situation.
let him go. Let him go on a trip.
Oh, let him go that way. Okay,
Yeah.
I took it as like let him go. Like
No,
before.
I think
Okay.
she's saying-
let him go.
Yeah.
Okay. My bad. I'm sorry, viewer. So, man, let him go. Like how frequent is this traveling gonna be? Like,
I'm curious what your answer is, because mine might be a little different.
well,
than
I just want
yours.
like how frequent is this traveling gonna be? Is he wanting to do this so he can probably some people need to get away to like get their thoughts together, figure out what they want to do, get some inspiration, things like that. I'm not saying, if he's like, I'm going to Vegas this weekend, like, things like that. But like, if I'm trying to go to like a remote place, sit down, get my thoughts together, get some inspiration. Maybe he's feeling like he's not holding up his end as a man. He doesn't feel like he's receiving everything he needs, and he needs to, not from his wife, but just like he's just not feeling like he's doing his part or feeling like a man. So maybe he wants to get away to find inspiration. Maybe he wants to get away to be able to do things like that. Because sometimes you need that mental break. And if she's successful as well, and I don't know if this is in the case of a lot of men, but they say typically like when the woman in the relationship starting to do better or is reaching a successful point in her life and he feels like he's not at that
Right.
same level, they feel less than. So maybe it is a good thing.
I would
for
need to
him.
know some back. Like, is he somewhat successful? Is he you're just more successful than him? Like, I would need to know like that part. But no, I don't. Listen, go get a staycation then. If you need to like clear your mind, go get a hotel up the street, clear your mind if that's what you need. But if we have a 6-year-old, the 16-year-old can kind of handle themselves for the most part. But if I have a 6-year-old and you feel like you can't handle it anymore and you just need to go travel whenever you want to travel, because that's what it sounds like. He wants to pick up and go whenever he chooses. And he's saying that he's not in the right frame of mind. So in my brain, as your wife, like we got to work together to get you there. But like that doesn't mean you get to skip off why I take on all the responsibility of the home because you want to go like soil your royal oats.
I don't like your take.
I don't care.
I'm just saying because also he works from home and he says he's getting overwhelmed and it's making him depressed. Always when somebody's overwhelmed and is making this person depressed, it's not a let me and you fix a thing. It's let me fix me thing. Let me try to help myself.
Yeah.
thing.
So let
It's
me
not all, no.
go travel whenever I want. You stay here to handle all the things.
No, I'm just saying, well, he might be overwhelmed with it all. So it might be good for him to get away by himself. It's always good for one or the other to get away by themselves.
Okay, so can she in turn do the same thing?
Well, if that's the case, yeah, if she needs to, if she's overwhelmed and she's depressed or she needs to get away, I think that each partner should be able to do that. I don't think there's nothing wrong with both of y'all getting away from.
I think we need a therapist here
with
right now because
overwhelming
I would
stress.
love to know what they say. I am not against him getting in the right mental state. I think that's super important, especially for a man. He needs to feel needed and he needs to feel like he's providing for his family in the correct way. What I don't agree with is the statement of he wants to be able to up and go whenever he wants because he works from home.
For sure.
So obviously I don't think she does.
Yeah.
So that's what I don't agree with. If it's like, hey, I need to get away right now because this is how I'm feeling. I'm going to go clear my mind and then I'm going to come home. It's not, oh, and then 2 weeks from now I'm feeling depressed again. So I get to jump on a plane and take off again. So am I totally against it? No, but I think there needs to be some clear boundaries of like, because then now she's going to feel animosity if there's not some type of boundary put in place because, oh, see you later. Okay, I'll be here taking care of all the things while you go clear your mind. And then 2 weeks later, he's doing it again. So no, that's not okay. Getting him into the right mental frame is, so maybe take a trip, maybe find a therapist, maybe talk to somebody, talk to your wife about how you can get into a better mental state, not just dip off from all your problems because guess what? When you come back, if you haven't addressed them, they're still there.
And it also says, I can't help but to feel like my success has him feeling less like a man. So that's a big part.
So what I would say is if you feel that way, make sure you're not adding to that feeling. So like if there's a time wherever I was the breadwinner, I would never want to throw it in your face. Like I'm paying the bills, I'm doing this, I'm doing, especially to a man because they feel like that's their job a lot of the time. So like be careful on how you're speaking to him. And some women, you can't help it, but when you are the breadwinner, you do start taking on that masculine role. And so why
do women do that? Why do you feel that women do that? Like whenever they make more money than their husband, they take on like a masculine role, or they say they get a masculine energy because they're the breadwinner. Why do you think that is?
I guess it's because that's genuine. That's generally the role of the man. Is to be the breadwinner, is to pay the bills, is to do all of those things. So when a woman in turn is doing it, I'm no therapist. I don't know, but my thought is it just comes with it. Okay. It's just coming with it. I'm paying the bills, so I have a different, maybe, I don't know, a different energy about me if I'm paying all the bills. Same way it happens with a man. Y'all have a different energy when y'all are paying the bills. I'm paying the bills.
No, that's just men being in their masculine.
Okay, so I guess it's
state.
the same. It's the same energy if it's happening.
I think so. Me personally, if it ever came into a point where my wife was making more money than me, I'm still going to be the masculine one, the alpha one. Her making more money than me is not going to. If she started making more money than me, I wouldn't feel less than a man at all because I know I am a man and I know I am the man. And even if my wife did start making more money than me, I'm still paying all the bills. Her money can be, go into the account, but as a man, I'm still going to be taking care of all the bills. And I've always seen it that way.
Yeah, but I disagree with that a little bit because say you're paying all the bills and then you don't. What are you going to do? Come to me if you're out of money because that's all you have is money to pay bills and be like, okay, can I have some money now?
No, I'm saying like,
or no, I guess we're different. Some people, I guess, well, yeah. Or there's a shared account, so you don't really.
Yeah, but I'm saying
ask for money.
I'm saying I'm just paying all the bills, even if because when I pay all the bills now, it ain't like I don't need any money afterwards. What I'm saying is if it was still the same, me and your situation, if it was you were making more money than me, but I was still making what I make because I'm paying all the bills, I don't need no extra.
But that's not everybody's situation.
Yeah.
I'm saying there's people that if they go to pay all the bills, there's no money left if that's all he makes.
For sure.
So that's what I'm saying. So I think to get back to like her, I think it's important to not make him feel less than.
And we don't know if she's making more money or not. She just said her success is.
So that's how we're taking it. We're taking it as you make more money than him.
Yeah.
So I would just be careful to not throw that in his face or make him feel a certain type of way. At the end of the day, I would say if he needs a trip, let him take that trip. If he thinks that's what's going to fix his problems, I don't think it's going to fix anything besides cause some animosity between the two of them.
Inspiration. He might need inspiration.
Okay, I like that.
Yeah.
If he needs inspiration, I think there needs to be boundaries on how often this inspiration can take place. And it has to fit with her schedule. She's obviously doing her own thing and making money. And so is it how she's also got to pick up and drop off kids and do all the duties of being a mom on top of running a business or whatever it is she's doing too. So it puts a lot of strain on her for you to just up and leave. So you've got to make sure things are put in place to where more arguments won't happen. If he strongly feels like he's getting depressed, support him, back him, let him go somewhere that makes sense. Not a Vegas, not a Miami, but like somewhere that makes sense for a husband to go clear his mind.
For sure. I agree. And what I was going to say, I had something to say on that. Dang.
Yeah, I mean, I just think as long as you both respect each other in it and you see that if I knew, and I know you, right? So if I know, I'm like, okay, something's off with him. He needs to get up and go. That's not going to bother me. What I would ask for is the same in return. Like when you notice that happening to me, if I'm like, I need to go, I don't ever see me being like, I need to fly somewhere. Like I said, I would be like, can I go to Hotel Emma for a night or something like that? Then I would do that. But just like knowing each other, that's the
for sure. I also think this is off the subject a little bit, but kind of, I think that working remote is not as good as people think it is. I think when you work remote and you work at the house, you really never have no interaction like that. Because you're at home, let's say you do got to be logged in on a computer for 6 to 8 hours, whatever your schedule is. You don't get that same interaction and the same talking to people about different things. Because when you're at work, you have coworkers you can kind of talk to about, some stressors and things like that. But when you work at home all day, and then you don't leave, it's a lot. Like, just imagine if you worked at home all day and then the kids, you got to go pick the kids up and you come back home. Like, you've been at home all day. And I just don't like remote jobs. I don't mind, like, 2 days out of the week you can work remote, but I feel like people should be going into the office and you should be able to, get that interaction with people. I think that really keeps people brain and mind sharp.
I agree.
And be able to talk to people and things like that.
Or like even, I just saw Cindy this weekend and she was buying all these clothes because she said like what she was just wearing like workout clothes all the time.
Yeah.
Because she doesn't have to go into the office, I don't think, very often.
Yeah.
It's funny. How many of us really know what our really good friends like really do every day? I don't know. That's another conversation. But I don't think she goes into the office very often. But she's trying to like wear nice clothes daily and like put on makeup and make herself look good. And she likes it. She's like, it makes me feel better as a person but if she's stuck at home all day, it's easy to just stay in your pajamas or, or your workout stuff.
For sure.
And throw your hair up. Same with a man, or you've been in your little shorts or whatever all day. You don't look good. You don't feel good because you're not getting up and moving and being presentable to people because you don't have to be.
Yeah.
So then I think you start getting kind of depressed because it's just the
But
same.
you act like you do that sometimes too. You be wanting to put on clothes because sometimes you feel like you just have on workout clothes all the time, and you be wanting to put on clothes. I mean, but that's why we also go to date night so you can put that shit on, baby. So. All right, that was question number one. I don't know if we answered your question or helped you out in any way, but I mean, I think that y'all definitely should
I think you need
about
to
it.
just make sure y'all communicate and do it in a safe space to where it's not an argument. Y'all been together 17 years.
Yeah.
Y'all got to work through this
sure.
somehow, some way.
Yeah.
So just do it in a safe space. Be open-minded. At the end of the day, that's your husband. You want to make sure he's in the right headspace. You
Yeah.
don't want him being depressed. So be there for him along those lines, but he also has to be there for you, knowing he's up and leaving you with a whole lot of responsibilities. So
sure.
there has to be some consideration there.
Yeah. Awesome. All righty. Move on to the next question from a viewer. I got
Let
this
us
one.
know.
Let us know how that worked out for you.
Yeah.
Question number 2. My mother-in-law had to move in with us recently, and it's been causing major tension in the marriage. Oof. My husband has never wanted this, but it's my mother, and I can't bring myself to to tell her no. Now we're constantly fighting, and I feel stuck between my husband and my mom. How do I navigate this situation?
Okay, so her mom moved in, his
So,
mother-in-law. Okay.
His mother-in-law, her mom moved into the house.
Okay.
Listen, I'm going to tell y'all like this. And I totally get it. They say, your parents take care of you to this certain age, and then it's always reversed.
I think there's times where this works really well for people. So before you.
This definitely works well for a lot of people,
Yeah.
but then like in this case, it doesn't work well. Like if your mom was to move in, and I love Martha, but Martha not moving in the house. Like my mother-in-law and I moving in.
But we could do a side house.
It has to be like, and that's the only way it's going to work for us, is if we had like a mother-in-law suite outside, like not in the house, but just her little small little cottage outside the house. Only because, we just, I just want to be in my house. I'm not saying just if her mother is there, but I like to be in my house freely. I like to be able to roam in my house as I want to roam.
Swing.
You know what I'm saying? What? What are you?
You said free.
Man, I like to roam in my house freely. I like to be able to do what I want to do, talk how I want to talk, say what I want to say. What's going on right now?
I think you put something in my coffee.
So I just like to do that freely. So granted, it can be good if the mother-in-law moves in, because of course that helps with like nanny duties, or taking care of the kids, or just extra help around the house, with those things.
Cooking, cleaning. My mom, when she comes, she helps.
She doing all that.
She helps.
But
she's very opinionated.
Yeah, so it can definitely, like, how would you feel about that?
I feel like I'm so easygoing that I don't always like speak my mind. So are we saying if Nana moved in?
Yeah, anybody.
Like,
yeah.
I feel like I could make it work. Like, it wouldn't be like devastating. I love the thought of our kids having their grandparents very near and close, and getting that time with them. And then on top of that, having the additional help is amazing. Mm-hmm. Would it be ideal for us either way, your mom or my mom? No, it wouldn't be. Just because it's just another person in your house, in your space, just there all the time.
I don't want to come home and Martha's on my damn couch all damn day. Like,
but Martha wouldn't sit on the couch all day.
Well, I'm just saying, if I walked in and I'm trying to catch a football game, well, Martha watched football, but if I was just trying to catch something and she didn't watch football and I was just sitting on my couch all day, I'm like, damn.
But I feel like my mom has learned you over the years, where she knows how particular you are. So sometimes I don't think she's super comfortable even at our house, because she knows how, like, she's like, is he gonna feel some way about this or that? So
I'm a clean, neat freak type of guy.
And she knows that. So she tries to, make sure. But the kids act a little different when Nani's there.
Yeah.
They think they can get some free reign to do crazy things.
For sure.
But ideally, if we could have a mother-in-law suite where they have their own section, I could have both of them living there.
Yeah,
like,
just
it
their
wouldn't
own
bother
side of
me at all.
Even like if it's on the way other side of the house type of deal, and they have their own little living room area, shit like that. It's
because
cool.
I feel so strongly about family, like, in general. So, like, I wouldn't mind that.
In the house, maybe. If they had to come stay, I'm gonna let them stay. I'm
tiny
not saying
house
that.
outside,
but a little tiny house outside,
cottage
for sure.
outside.
I don't even like these damn 20-year-old daughters I got living in the damn house. Like
Right.
these motherfuckers eat everything. Like they just, I mean, they're inside help too as well. But like, I'm ready for them
And
to
now
move
that
out.
Jayla's got this little boyfriend, she don't want to do no helping either. She's
Yeah.
like, Jade will do it.
Yeah,
Jade,
yeah.
I'm like, what is
Oh,
this?
side note, we're gonna get back to this question. My daughter is 20. She's been dating this. She's now dating this little boy. I haven't met him yet. His name, I don't know what, Ethan, something like that. Ethan is his name. I haven't met the kid
We haven't
yet.
met him.
And you know, she's got to warm that
This is
up.
her
So this
first,
is her
like,
first
boyfriend.
official boyfriend.
Yeah.
Did y'all like my like? This shit is weird. Girls are weird. I don't have no
It's
clue.
so weird.
Nowadays, they're weird. So they've been on like let's say like 10 dates. And like the first 7, 8 dates, like she wouldn't eat in front of him.
Well, he would take her to food spots,
And
and
she
she would
wouldn't
get
eat.
upset because she doesn't want to.
She don't want to
in
eat.
front
But
of him.
then she'll bring her butt home and then eat up a whole bunch of food. I'm like, who the fuck doesn't eat on dates? Like, what are we doing?
Doesn't want to eat. I don't know. It's so weird. And then he was gonna take her to like Cabo Bob's, where it's like big burritos.
Yeah.
And she was like, "Oh my god, I can't eat. I can't eat. I
Yeah,
can't eat."
like
in front
that's
of him."
weird. Like people that don't eat, like girls that don't eat on dates at that age. I don't
I
get it.
remember like when I was young, being like, I don't want to get like I wouldn't want to go eat chicken wings or something like that, where you have to like get it in with someone you didn't know that well. So
Yeah.
something like that, but like not wanting to eat
It's
anything
crazy.
is weird to me.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But
Sorry, we got off subject right there.
but here's the other thing is at 20 years old, this is not high school.
Yeah.
She's like, oh, he's getting ready. And Jade talks about too, oh, he's getting ready to like ask her, to like pop the question.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what do you mean pop the question? Pop the question.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh no, like ask,
Make it official.
Make it official. I'm like be his girlfriend? Yes. Why do you have to do something special?
To ask
and they're
somebody.
like, Jade was like, well, sometimes they get like hotel rooms.
And they're not doing that.
And I was like, you're going to do what? And she's like, well, Jayla already said no to that. And I was like,
My
of
girl.
course she did.
My girl.
Hotel rooms or like take them to this fancy dinner, which who at 20 years old has like the money to do these fancy.
I did.
Oh my God.
Go ahead,
No,
continue.
you did.
mean
You were in
scholarship
college.
money.
Yeah, scholarship money.
What are you talking
so
about?
exactly. So that what I was telling them is like, you can have this conversation of being together and being girlfriend and boyfriend and not seeing anybody else. This does not have to be a hotel room
Yeah.
and a dinner date with a decorated plate that
For sure.
says, will you be my girlfriend?
You know, back in, my player days and shit, you know what I'm saying? When I was in high school and all those good old things.
What were
and
you
in,
doing?
in college, all Big Daddy was doing was writing a note. You want to be my girlfriend?
Check yes or
check
no.
yes or
Okay.
check no. And listen, out of the, let's say 5 that I sent out, never.
All at one time?
No. If I've
see
sent
what we
out 5,
got.
I've never received a no.
Ever.
Nobody's ever circled
Nobody's
no.
talking about you right now anyways.
Somebody did circle a maybe. I ain't gonna call her out though. She did circle maybe on me one
You
time.
remember who she is?
I do.
This is weird.
Yeah.
This just got weird. Okay, so
Maybe.
at 20 years old, calm down.
Yeah.
You're an adult now. Let's not have these little silly, will you be my girlfriend signs.
shit. Yeah.
You're 20. This is not high school.
For sure.
Have a conversation about what you want to do in life and if y'all want to make it work. And, it is what it is. But Jade was like, oh, I expect them to take me to, and I was like, Jade, you don't have any money. How do you
Expect somebody
how
else
do you
to-
want
yeah,
someone
yeah.
else to do it?
Let's get back on the
yeah.
subject of this. So,
What were we talking about?
mother-in-law,
Oh, yeah.
moving into the house.
I can
mean,
handle it if it's
man,
next door.
I get it. It's arguing, and she's already in the house. So, I mean, because
Mm-hmm.
she can't tell her mom no. I mean, you can, but like, we don't know the circumstances behind it, health reasons, or what I'm saying, things like that. So, I do think that in those cases, man, like, because family is important, and so parents take care of us when we were young, up until we were 18.
Is she
you gotta
needing to
return that
take care
favor.
of her? Did
No, I didn't say
say?
anything about taking care of. Just saying moving in. So
It said had to move in.
Yeah.
So that means there is a reason. And I think always, if there is a reason your parents have to move in, you've got to make it work.
yeah, take advantage of it, boss. Like, go on dates. Like, take your
Yeah.
wife on trips. Like, do things. Take advantage of
Yeah.
a mother-in-law
Is
being
it
in the house.
ideal? No, it
Yeah.
is not. But at the end of the day, these are our parents who
For sure, took care of us.
wiped our butts
Yeah.
every day.
Yeah, yeah.
Like they, and they would do anything for us at any point. So like, I feel like, yeah, it sucks that they're constantly fighting about it. I feel like he has to give some grace in this moment.
Yeah.
Because
and I feel like a lot of like different cultures, that's like
normal.
You know what I'm saying? In different communities, different cultures, that's like normal to
Very
where
normal.
you know your parents end up moving in with you at a like early. You know what I'm
American.
saying? Yeah. So that's in some people's culture. So I do think that, like I'm saying, it shouldn't be an argument, and y'all shouldn't be fighting over it. I do think that you should take advantage of it.
Yeah, I
sure.
agree. I think no fighting.
No fighting over it. Hit that last question up. Last
Viewers
question of the day.
issue.
Last question of the day.
Okay.
Last question of the day. Okay. I'm just going. I'm just joking.
How long is too long to wait for a proposal?
Whoa.
I mean, okay.
No. Read the. Damn.
Okay. I've been with my boyfriend for 5 years. He's 33. I'm 29. It feels like he's never going to propose. And I'm starting to wonder if I'm wasting my time.
Okay.
I want to start a family and have kids. How old is she? 29.
Yeah.
Okay. But he keeps putting off the idea of marriage. How long is too long to wait? Should I move on?
Whoa. How long is too long? You're the woman. How long is too long?
Oh, well, here's the thing is where he says he keeps putting off the idea of marriage. That sounds like a problem to me. If it's like, yes,
I think this is just the woman thinking that. I don't think he's probably doing it. I think y'all women just think that. I don't think that's what he's doing. But go ahead.
then
Continue.
what's he doing?
No, go ahead and continue.
I don't know. I feel like, you know, there is, for a woman, there is a biological clock that's ticking in order to have children.
Okay.
And at 29, if she wants multiple children, she needs to start thinking that. The issue is you've already put 5 years into this. So to then, if you're this is a problem with it. If you love him, y'all need, you need to be with him.
Let's rewind. She's already put in 5 years in it. Jenny, you was in a 7-year relationship.
Yeah.
And you was in a 7-year relationship.
Yeah.
You didn't want to marry him.
No. And I didn't want to have kids with him.
So,
but I knew
a waste of time
at a younger age. I wasn't 29.
Okay.
I wasn't 29.
You're right.
So I knew then I got to make a decision for myself, and I made that decision. But at 29, to have to start over, so you're already looking at, you're not going to have kids for another 2 or 3 years. But you got to meet someone, you got to make sure you love them, then you got to get to the marriage point. So you're already halfway to 35.
If you meet somebody new.
Yeah. So it's like, that sucks in a way.
But is there a time limit on being proposed to?
Not to me. I don't. That's when you get on my nerves when you're like, you made me marry you or whatever. I don't know why you say that, because I would never want someone to propose to me that didn't want to marry me.
She forced me, boys and girls. I'm just keeping it 1,000.
Because he sounds like the type of person that could be forced into marriage, right?
Forced me. But go ahead. She gave me an ultimatum.
I would never do that.
Okay, continue.
That is the wildest shit you ever say. You've got to stop saying that. So for me, it is. I don't like women that pressure men into marriage. I don't like that at all.
Okay.
Because I think the man needs to be ready. Otherwise, you're in for a whole list of shit to go wrong.
Yeah.
So like the man needs to be ready. However, if he doesn't see himself wanting to marry her and have kids with her, he needs to let her go. Because like I said, for a woman, it is important to know, because if that's not what you want and that's what she wants, then she needs to move on so that she can have kids. Because not to say you can't have a kid at 40, because you can, but it is hard on your body. They're going to call you a geriatric pregnancy person, and it's stressful. And they, your risks of this and that go up. And so for a woman to have to think about those things, it's scary. A man, who is it that just had a baby at Marlon Wayans? How old is he?
Marlon Wayans wasn't him. It's really the Al Pacino and what's the name? Both of them had babies
Marlon
at
Wayans
70
is 50
something.
years old, and he just had a baby.
But men can have babies.
That's what I'm saying.
life.
For y'all, it's nothing.
Yeah.
A woman at 50 can't be having babies.
Oh, yeah.
So he needs to stop. If he knows that's what she wants, he needs to either shit or get off the toilet.
Oh, well. Okay, so the question is there, so do you think there's a time limit
I
on
can't with you.
proposal? Like, do you think if I'm with a person this long, like they should be proposing at this, around this time? Do women have that in their head? Do you have that in your head? Like, if
I
I'm
never
dating
had
somebody,
that in my head, but I can understand why. Okay, we've now been together 5 years. Like, what are we doing?
Mm-hmm.
I understand that.
but why do you got to why if things are working
Oh, no.
and everything's been
Are we
good for
gonna
those
get into
5
that?
years, why do we got to get married?
Because, well,
Why? Because Western society and tradition and
No.
people is saying that, oh, we got to get married. Y'all been together. Y'all should, next step is getting married.
no, I mean, here, if you've been living together, y'all are basically common law married
Mm-hmm.
anyway, so it doesn't matter. But for me and you, we've said this multiple times. When you are married, there is a different feeling, there is a different connection, and it makes you fight for this relationship more than it would if we weren't married. Because when you're not married, you can say, Psh, see you later. And we both know shit gets tough when you're with somebody, whether you're married or not married, things are hard. So I feel like if I'm bringing a child into this and we have a house and cars and all these things together, and you just want to up and leave one day because you're done with it, not to say you can if you're married, you can. It's harder. It's harder. You think about it more. You're like, maybe I shouldn't do that. And then you stay and you work or you go to therapy, and then you make it through a really rough, hard time when otherwise people like to dip during the hard times. So I do think it's important to commit to somebody. So whatever that commitment looks like to you, if it's marriage, if it's a vow that y'all choose to have a ceremony and you don't want to get married, but you have a commitment in front of people that this is, who I'm going to be with. If that's what works for you, then great. I'm not saying you have to get married, but I think there has to be some type of commitment, not just you're my girlfriend.
Yeah.
And then we're living this life.
So if I, told you, hey, I don't never want to get married. If I told you that when we were, dating for this, and I told you I never want to get married, but I do want to commit the rest of my life to you. I just don't want to get married. I don't want to do all the paperwork. I don't want to go through the legality of it all. I just want to have a commitment with you, and we be partners for the rest of our lives. I mean, of course, we're gonna live together. We can get a house in our name. We can get cars. We can still do everything. Have kids together, whatever. I just don't want to go through the legal process of getting married. I just want to make this commitment to you. What would you have said?
I would say I'm not the one for you.
See, I told you, boys and girls. That just told you right there. She gave me an ultimatum and forced me into this.
I did not. I know what I want. That doesn't mean that's what everyone wants.
So
But I would have to understand why. If you want to do all this with me, then why is it so hard to just make it legal?
but why get married though? We're happy. We're doing a great thing.
Okay, good. I need everyone out there to know that I am Mrs. Jones and I am your wife, and it is on paper and it is legal and it is what it is.
You could have a ring on. You could still get a person a ring and all that. Doesn't mean you have
Why
to.
are you getting all soft voiced?
Well, I'm saying you can always still
my
you can
God.
still have a ring and everything. I just don't understand why people think that. Like, I don't think that you have to get married to have a
but
spend
also like
to have a happy
there's
life.
so many ways. Like even like if we're married and you do some crazy shit, I have like immunity in court. I don't have to like lie or
You
tell
know, you
on
like to say you like to use that one all the
There's
time,
reasons why marriage is important.
and that's one of them.
Yeah.
You don't got to testify. I don't think that's totally accurate.
It is.
I think they some loophole around that.
No, you get like okay. You do. If I
Hit us up, a lawyer, to let us know if
you,
that's
you
true.
do. If
Okay.
we're married, I do not have to testify against you. I do not have to testify against you, nor would you have to testify against me.
Okay.
So
What is your advice for this young lady?
I would say y'all need to have a sit down conversation because if he does not see marriage and kids with you, then you need to move on. If he does see it, then shit or get off the pot.
What about he sees life with her?
If she's okay with life, then y'all can start having babies now. If she's not okay with life, then she needs to move on. She's
Do you
wasting her
think
time.
every woman has a time limit?
No, obviously, because I didn't have a time limit.
So I'm saying, you don't think like when you get was there a certain age that you start thinking to yourself, hey, I would, I want to be married at this age, or
I never did that.
you never do that?
But I know a lot of women do. Like, oh, I mean, you even hear Jayla and Jay, they'll be like, I would like to be married by this age. And I'm like, why? But you get mad at me when I'm like, I would rather our girls be 30 years old before they even think about getting married. And I would love for whoever they're getting married to I'll bring it down some for you, 35.
Yeah. Well, I get the whole not married at a certain age, but but while they're figuring it out, I don't want them to be figuring out with multiple men.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
Yeah.
They're figuring out who they are.
For sure.
That's what I mean by that, who they are, make themselves happy. Going into a marriage at 20 years old when you don't know who you are and you're not happy yourself yet in life, I feel like you can look at it different ways. Yes, there are very successful marriages that have been together since they were 18 years old, or what is it called?
High school
sweethearts.
Yeah.
It can work. But I guarantee you, if you sat down and talked to them about the struggles they had, it's a lot, because that is two very young people who have to figure out who they are in this world and do all these changes through all the years and still find each other and still love each other.
For sure.
So I think that if you're a little bit older and a little bit more mature, then there's going to be less arguments like, oh, he didn't take me to dinner. When you're young, the stuff that bothers you is not the stuff that bothers you when you're 30.
Yeah, and then it doesn't really
totally
matter.
different. It makes
sure.
the stuff that would upset you at 18, you wouldn't even blink an eye at 30.
For sure.
So that's my point. And I feel like if you're at that mature stage, it just saves a lot of heartache and a lot of fights.
For sure.
In a marriage.
So definitely y'all communicate, figure out what stage y'all are at and communicate that. And, if he says, I see life with you and I want to be with you, I want to have kids with you and all that, but he just doesn't want to get married, then you have to figure it out.
But also, and then also that is compromise. Like if y'all know y'all want to be together and one person doesn't want it and the other one does, but at the end of the day, y'all want nothing but to be together, somebody's going to have to compromise.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Never get forced into it, people.
Don't get forced, but if she is who he wants and he doesn't want anybody else, then compromise might be put a ring on her finger.
And listen, I fell for the ultimatum. Don't be a victim. Don't fall to the ultimatum. Stand up for your rights. Stand up for yourself. And don't let the woman force you into something that could turn into 14 years and shit.
Such a liar.
And this is episode, we didn't even do that in the beginning. This is episode 3 of season 4.
Why don't we just say it's like episode 32?
I don't know. We probably should do that. I got to figure out what that number is.
Yeah.
Whatever it is. But yeah, this is Coffee with Jenny and Dre, man. You can find us on all platforms, man. We're everywhere. TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Spotify, Apple Pod. We're everywhere, man. Our website, man. We get things rolling.
And we really are going to have our own beans.
We're finna have our own beans and own coffee. This is something that we got brewing up right now. Go ahead. What you gonna say?
Nothing.
So, man, y'all stay tuned for all that, man. Stay tuned for all the good stuff that we got coming y'all way. This is Coffee with Jenny and Dre.
Peace out.